Hi, I'm Nancy Lynch. I'm going to be your instructor for this semester. This class is an asynchronous class. That means there's no lectures that are going to be live or synchronous. The way you'll be learning materials is within eCampus, and I'll go through some of that. But before doing that, let me just make sure you have access to the proper eCampus. I have the eCampus here open, but the URL for it is right here. It's you can do a snapshot or pause and then log in and then save that URL. But in any event, that's where everything is. The course is, there's no extra cost. I've written all of the materials, so they're free to you. They're all within here, eCampus. I will go through first. The most important thing is going to be your syllabus. And the syllabus has pretty much all information that you'll need. So always refer to that if you're not sure about a due date or what the policies are before emailing. As far as, let's go through now the items here. To meet me during office hours, you're going to go through Zoom. The item, or when you're in Zoom or the first time you access Zoom, you're going to be required to do what's called the single sign-in. You don't want to just enter your email because that doesn't get you into the system. So you're going to click on sign in with SSO, and once you're in there, you'll be prompted to fill in WVU as the what do they call that? The username, oh, excuse me, the domain, the company domain, I guess they call that. In any event, once you've gotten access to Zoom, you'll be able to go to office hours. I have the instructions here for you, so you should be okay. You don't have to remember what I'm saying to you right now, but I do want you to, if you ever have any technical issues, always contact WVUIT. The number's there and it's on syllabus. I'm not able to help with technical issues, but IT can. As far as, let's go back to the syllabus then. We have, again, the office hours. We have my phone number. My suggestion, though, if I don't pick up, it's best just to try again. It means either I'm on the phone with someone. So like I said, it's best to go and try again. You've got the emailing, which is, this is important. You need to always use the email link in eCampus. The nice thing about it is that you don't have to go telling me what class you're in or even who you are. It all pre-populates. So what you would do if you wanted to email me is you click on the email link, and then you click here, and then all instructor users, and then just go ahead and start typing in your and send, and I will get your email. Please do not use any other email related to class. The only time that you would use a different email for me would be if eCampus was down. So always, always use this email link in eCampus. If you don't hear back from me within, I'm really pretty good at responding within definitely 24 hours during business hours. If you don't hear from me, you might want to check to see that you did send it using the email link in eCampus, please. All right, back to the syllabus. The next thing I would like to point out is you can read through all of the course format and the required materials. All of these, again, are free. I have the links to download the items in eCampus here. I'm not going to go through all these details. You can look at those at a later point. As far as in this, it shows you your grade determination and the grading. What I do want to point out in this course, especially given the potential of getting sick or having life get in the way, there are absolutely no makeups. What is happening in the, in essence, what's helping so that it's fair is that if you do miss something, there's actually 110 extra points built in. So if you look at this, the total points available are 1,110. If you look here, the grade scale is actually as if there were only 1,000 points. So that, in essence, is your makeup. So please don't ask for any kind of makeup. Everybody needs to be treated fairly. There's thousands of students abiding by the same policy. And as far as my, I just don't want to have to say to you, sorry, you know, the policy is the policy, and we stick firmly by this, is that there is no makeups. Okay. But you'll see that this does provide the ability to miss quite a bit if you know, got sick. And now as far as you again can read the rest of this, but I do want to point out the last page here is called the schedule of assignments. Everything is due before 6, not at 6, but before 6 p.m. I strongly encourage you never to push the deadlines. Everything is available basically well in advance of these due dates. So my advice is, if I were to have my day timer, which I encourage you to use, I would put the date the day before, the night before. So that if something happens, because again, no makeup. So, you know, you want to have the ability to react if something happened technically, or like I said before, if life gets in the way, it gives you some ability to react. So very strict on that. Now I'm going to go to the required materials. We have the Microsoft Office 365. It's really important that you use Microsoft Excel that is not a cloud version. You're going to actually download it onto your PC. If you are, you don't want to be using numbers, you don't want to be using, again, a cloud version. You're going to make sure you download this onto your hard drive, and all projects need to be submitted using this Excel. We also are going to use Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor. So one of the requirements is to have a webcam. There are, if you're on campus, there are some alternate sites. I'm going to go to the assignments here next. As far as I've got the schedule of assignments, it is actually an Excel spreadsheet. I would recommend you download this, and you can, it kind of reiterates what's in the syllabus, but provides you a way to keep track of your grades. I'm going to make this a little larger, but basically you will see the due dates, and you will see the assignment. After you've completed an assignment, you can go in and put in the points that you earned. Let's say, you know, the first assignment, let's say you got an 8. It'll tell you the remaining points in the course. It keeps track of that as we go along. So you can keep track. So let's, you know, I'm going to put some grades in here. You'll see that at the point of, after you finish the project, there'll be 1,040 points. What will be nice is when you get, we don't do percentages. You have to get exactly this number of points or above to earn the grade that's here. There's no rounding. The scale's already built in. Like I said, there's a very, very generous 1,110 points in this already. But toward the end, you'll be able to see how many points you have to date. And as far as that goes, you'll see, oh, I'm at whatever your points are at that time. And then you can compare it to, okay, I've got the final left. I need, let's say you're shooting for a B, and there's, the final happens to be 120 points. If you are prior to the final at 750, then you only need 50 more points out of the remaining 120 points. As far as, so that's something you want to keep track of on your own. And then the next thing I want to go through is, just had a couple of those open. The assignment, we have homeworks, projects, and quizzes and exams. The instructions are within these. Make sure you read the instructions. They're very important. I would brush up on the instructions each time. Don't assume anything. But all your homeworks are going to be in there. All your assignments, projects will be in here. They're not all completed at this point, but they will be there well in advance of the due dates. Quizzes and exams are under here, again, with instructions, important instructions. So please be sure to read the instructions. Now, as far as learning the material and where the content is, under course content, each module, you'll have the text. It's very important you read the text. I know at first reading an accounting text can be a little dry. Do read it. The point I want to make is that, okay, read it maybe quickly the first time and then start going through all the other activities that are in your course content. So I'm going to go ahead back into here and you can see the menu here. I'm going to go to Learning Objective 1. There's videos and then there's activities that you can use to try to apply that learning objective. So everything's organized by learning objective. So make sure you go through the text, read the text, and use that as your referral. Go through all the course content, videos, and activities. Then you go and do your assignments, your homework, and you get 3 attempts. Your highest one counts towards your grade. You'll see that each assignment, immediately you'll get feedback. I can help you with questions that have been submitted. We can't, when I say we, I also have a graduate assistant and who will be helping, as well as a Niedermeyer scholar. But in any event, we can't help you with an ungraded assignment, but you get 3 attempts. So let's say after the second attempt, you feel like, oh, I keep missing this learning objective or this type of question. We can look at we can go over what was already submitted. Okay. Now, as far as you can see your grades, you should be checking that regularly. You have 72 hours in which to alert me of any discrepancies. Thereafter, not the case. Announcements, I'll be posting announcements, so make sure you check those. I talked about the email, and then here are my office hours as we talked before. There are also some other links here. I'm going to also put in a link which will link you to our our Center for Career Development, and a lot of other information regarding careers in accounting or in other areas. There's a lot of great services that are provided by our Center for Career Development. All right, so contact information again. You've got the office hours. Again, you got to do the single sign-on initially, and also the email. Always use the email link in eCampus. As far as just another thing, and it says it in the syllabus, I just want you to understand that it is a asynchronous online. You're basically going to be having to motivate yourself and keep yourself up to date, and as far as reaching out when you need it. I wish you great success in this class. It will take time and practice, so be sure. This is definitely a class that's more time consuming probably than other classes you have taken. So please be prepared and look at your schedule and be realistic. because it's going to be a minimum of a few hours, or let's just say it this way, with an online asynchronous, you're looking at a minimum of 9 hours. That's for like a C. So it will be time consuming because it takes practice. And I really encourage you, don't get discouraged. It's like anything new. At first, it seems a bit overwhelming. Just keep at it, keep practicing, and the light bulbs tend to go off. And then if they aren't, you come get help. So I wish you well. Take care.